Hey guys, what is up and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Kayla and I'm a reseller. I sell on Poshmark, Mercari, and on eBay, and today I have another what sold video to share with you guys. These are going to be my sales from the past week, so December 8th through the 15th, Sunday through Sunday. I recently just shared a what sold video for the first week of December, so if you haven't checked that video out, make sure you do. That was the last video I posted right before this one. However, real quick before we get started, I just wanted to mention something. I noticed on the last video that I posted, there was a little bit of controversy over the price points I was selling items for. I know some people wrote that they thought I was accepting too low of offers or selling items too cheap, and that's perfectly fine. I mean, everybody's entitled to their own opinions, but I just wanted to give a little bit of insight into why I accept the offers that I do, and just kind of share things from my perspective, because I know that from an outsider looking in, you don't always get to see the bigger picture behind my decision making. But in my closet, I have two different types of items. I have what I call fillers. These are the bread and butter items that I picked up at very low cost, so either at the Goodwill bins or outlets, as some people call them, and Goodwill dollar days, or 50% off tags, yard sales, things like that. These are items that I have very little money invested in. With these type of items, I typically price them to sell quickly. So I slightly underprice them so that they move and I can push these items out quickly. These items also make for great bundle items. As you probably saw in my last video, I had 4 to 5 bundles in 1 week. And yeah, they work great for that. I also have my higher value or higher profit items that I put in my closet. These typically are items I've paid a little bit more money for, maybe regular thrift store prices, anywhere from $5 to $20 per item. These are items that I have to hit a higher profit margin on or expect to hit a higher profit margin on. And these are items that typically move a little bit slower for me. Not all the time. Sometimes they still result in quick sales, which is always nice. But sometimes I have to sit on them a little bit longer, wait the market out, or wait for the right buyer to come along. And I have both of these type of items in my closet, and you will see that as you continue to watch these what sold videos, that my sales can be all over the place, from $10 sales to $100+ sales. But the reason I do this is because I am a full-time reseller. This is my primary source of income, and I have bills to pay like anybody else. So when the market is tough, when sales are slow, I still have to figure out a way to move inventory and to make money so that I can pay my bills. And sometimes that it results in accepting lower offers 1 week because I still need to make money that week. I still need to hit my weekly goal as far as income goes. And having these filler items in my closet allows me to be flexible and to accept those type of offers and to still be able to move inventory. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. I hope I'm not just rambling, but that's just part of my selling strategy. I know that not everybody will agree with that, and that's perfectly fine, but I just wanted to give you guys some insight before we get started so that hopefully it will make a little more sense when you see the wide range of sales that I have, from low profit margins to high profit margins. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started now that we've cleared all that up. But all right, you guys, so let's go ahead and jump right in and get started. I'm going to start with my Poshmark sales, move on to eBay, and then on to Mercari. So like I've said in the past, Poshmark is my main selling platform. So you'll notice I have a lot more sales on Poshmark versus the other platforms, but I still want to share all of those sales with you. So the first thing that sold this past week on Poshmark was this BNCI by Blank Noir tweed cardigan sweater. I will post a picture on the screen so you can see what it looked like. The funny thing about this sweater is that I have sold this exact sweater multiple times, probably 3 or 4, maybe 5 times before in the past. And I don't know why I keep finding it, but every time I do, I'm going to continue to pick it up because it always has sold for me. But this sweater sold for $20 on Poshmark, and I was left with $16 after fees. The next item is one of those higher profit margin items that I mentioned before. These type of items I typically do a lot more research on. I comp check them in the stores. I make sure that they're items that I can sell at higher price points before I even purchase them. And with this item, this was in one of my recent haul videos. I just recently picked this item up. It sold very quickly within the same day that I listed it. It was this Victoria's Secret long silk and velvet leopard print reversible robe. So one side was a very silky leopard print. The other side was a super soft velvet, super luxurious. This thing felt amazing. I think it was an older, maybe vintage Victoria's Secret piece, but I just knew it was a very, very good quality piece, and leopard print has been selling really well for me. This is one of those items that just sold very quickly, and within the same day of listing, it sold for $60 on Poshmark, and I was left with $48 after fees. So definitely happy with that. This next sale was a United States Olympic Committee London pullover jacket, quarter zip. This actually belonged to my husband. It came from his closet. So to me, that's free inventory. I don't consider I don't subtract any cost of goods out of my profit. So with this item, I did list it quickly to sell, and it sold for $10. I was left with $7.05 after fees. The next item was this Lake Vista Motel and Cottage Michigan sweatshirt. I picked this up at the Goodwill bins back in Colorado. I like to pick up graphic crew necks. They are not always high profit sellers, but they are desirable, or they do sell. This one sold for $12, and I was left with $9.05 after fees. And again, getting it at the bins, they probably paid $1 for it maybe, or less. The next item was this New with Tag Fashion Nova maxi dress or cover up. This I also picked up at the bins. I shared it in one of my recent haul videos. This was in my death pile video, items that I had just been slacking on getting listed. And I know the lighting in here is really weird. I'm sorry about that. I'll try to fix it here in a second. But yeah, I've never sold this brand. It's definitely a brand I will look out for in the future, because this also sold within a day or so of listing. It wasn't a high price point seller for me, but it did sell quickly, and this was sold for $17, and I was left with $13.60 after fees. Okay, the next item that sold was this pair of Free People embroidered jeans. They were a high rise. They had this really pretty peacock or bird embroidered up the leg, and just some other embroidery on the jeans. These I've had sitting for a little while. They've been taking longer than expected to sell. I don't know, I know embroidery is very popular, but it takes, a special someone to want a, highly embroidered pair of jeans. So these I accepted an offer of $30 on. I was left with $24 after fees. Okay, I hope that my lighting is a little bit better now. There's a huge glare coming from the window, but the lighting anywhere else in my apartment is not the best, so I don't know. But okay, moving on. So the next sale on Poshmark was this set. It was a Victoria's Secret, the Pink line by Victoria's Secret, pink and white striped pajama set. This was a very lightweight cotton button-down top and shorts. This was also a pretty quick sell for me. It immediately got a lot of attention, and someone made me an offer for $15, which I accepted, and I was left with $12 after fees. This next item, also from the bins, this was a full price sale that I was pleasantly surprised with. This was a loft black, like little black dress. It had some pleating around the neckline. Very, very pretty dress, and somebody outright bought this. I had it listed for $25. They paid full price for that, so those sales are always awesome. And I was left with $20 after fees. Okay, next sale was also just an outright sale. The person paid full price for this item. This was a J. Crew sweater. It was 100% wool. It had this really cute little anchor graphic on the front. It definitely was like a lightweight wool that felt very soft, which sometimes I know wool can be really itchy, but this sweater wasn't. It was like a really fine, like soft wool. And this also sold for $25. I was left with $20 after fees. This next sale I was so happy about because I have had this pair of shoes for so long and I just don't know why. I thought they were an amazing buy when I found them. I was so excited about the brand. It's a very expensive brand and I thought these shoes were very cute. I've had them for probably over a year. I relisted them a couple of times. And yeah, somebody finally made me an offer, and I quickly accepted. I've even, lowered the price on these boots significantly, lower than what I even sold them for now, and they haven't sold. Yeah, so I really don't know why, but this is Barney's New York. They were a pair of black leather suede, like Western style boots. They had really cute like rustic charm to them with some studding and like double buckle strap details. I'll post them on the screen so you can see. They were really cute. They were a good size. They were size 8. I really just don't know why they took so long to sell and why I wasn't able to make much on them. But they did finally sell for $28 and I was left with $20.60 after fees. This next sale was another quick sale for me. I did go ahead and accept an offer on this dress. This dress did have a little bit of dirt. It's a long bridal gown. It did have a little bit of like dust and dirt on the train of the dress. I was too afraid to try and wash it, so I just sold it as is. Took pictures of the dirt on the train and yeah, so I knew I might have to accept a little bit of a lower offer because of that, but I was also happy to move this item quickly. It was this Lulu's white lace bridal gown. The style name of this dress is called the Flynn, F-L-Y-N-N, and I accepted an offer of $45. I was left with $36 after fees. The next sale was this Anthropologie Moulinet Sewers, which is my absolute favorite sub-brand by Anthropologie. Always will pick it up. It's always a quick seller for me and usually a good sale. This dress sold for $28. It did have a few little bleach spots on it, which I mentioned in the listing, and I was left with $20.60 after fees. This next sale was an item I've been sitting on since this past summer. Probably a pair of shoes that I wouldn't pick up again if I found them, but I was happy to see them go. The brand is Moose Filled, and they're just like a classic T-strap sandal. They kind of remind me of Birkenstocks, which is why I picked them up in the first place, because they did remind me of Birkenstocks. But I'm just not sure if this brand is very well known. They didn't get a whole lot of attention, and like I said, they took a while to move out of my closet, but they did finally sell for $20 and I was left with $16 after fees. Okay, this next sale, super happy about. This bag was gorgeous. Kind of wanted to keep it for myself, but I don't need another bag. This is an Heirloom bag. The brand is Heirloom. It's just a beautiful embroidered tote. It's a very large size tote and it had so many beautiful colors in it. The embroidery was just amazing. The bag itself was just it felt like really good, high quality, just a great overall bag. I had this listed, I think around like $117 maybe, and somebody offered me $90 for the bag, which I accepted, and I was left with $72 after fees. And then this last sale over here on Poshmark for the week, this was a full price sale, which again was just really happy. These always make my day when I get full price sales. And this was a pair of rag and bone jeans. The style on this one was the Dre, and they were a slim boyfriend style. And these sold for $65 full price sale. I was left with $52 after fees. Okay, so that was my Poshmark sales for the week. Let's move on to eBay. Just gonna pull it up on my phone. I don't know why I like looking at my eBay sales on my phone better than the computer, but I always tend to do eBay on my phone. But anyways, moving on. So my first sale on eBay was this Yumi Kim floral 100% silk dress. This was like a midi length dress, and yeah, I had a lot of attention on this. This was my first time finding and picking up this brand, but it wasn't moving for me. So I did accept an offer on eBay for $27, which I was happy with. This next sale on eBay was a full price sale. This was an otagiri, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. You'll see it up on the screen, but it's a like vintage round elephant tray, and this tray I had listed at $19.99. Somebody bought it outright, plus they paid the shipping. So like I've mentioned in my past videos, I do not offer free shipping on my eBay. This next item, very quick sale. This was from the bins, or actually no, this wasn't from the bins. This was from Dollar Day at Goodwill. I recently picked these up here out in California. This was a pair of Lane Bryant wide leg dress pants. Paid $1 for them, sold them quickly. They only sold for $10 on eBay, but that's still a quick flip, and yeah, and a good profit. The buyer also paid $8 for shipping on those. The next sale was an item that has had very little to no attention on Poshmark. So I put it over on eBay, and yeah, and I was happy to see it move. So this item was new with tags. The brand is Ivanka Trump. It was a floral button-down blouse, really, really pretty pattern, and it sold for $28 on eBay. So this just shows you why I cross-list, because some items just don't do well on one platform and they may do really good on another. So that is why I keep my other platforms going. Okay, moving on to Mercari. Mercari has been slow for me. I usually only have a couple sales a week over there, but it all adds up when it comes down to, you know, my weekly and monthly income. The sales all add up. So the items I sold over on Mercari, let me pull them up real quick. Okay, so the first thing on Mercari that sold, this was a very quick sale. You may recognize this item as well from one of my recent haul videos, but this was a Free People. The style of the item was called the Mimi Retro Tee. And yeah, I recently picked this up out here in California. I listed it on Mercari, and somebody bought it very quickly. So this sold for $23 on Mercari. I was left with $15.45 after fees. And then the next item was a full price sale over on Mercari. This was a hard goods item. It's a Crystal D Arquez, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Hopefully you can see it on the screen, but it's a glass owl figurine, and I actually have multiple of these figurines in different animals. I picked them up all at the same time at the thrift store. This is the first one to sell. This one sold for $19. I did not offer free shipping on this item because the shipping prices on Mercari are a lot more expensive on items that are over 1 pound, and I couldn't afford to eat the cost of $11 shipping on this item. So $19, and then the buyer paid $11 shipping on top of that for this glass owl, and I made $17.10 after fees. So that was a great sale as well. And there you have it. That is my weekly sales for, what did I say, December 8th through the 15th. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that I gave you a little bit more insight into my selling perspective. Sorry the lighting is so weird. Again, there's like a glare coming through my window right there. But yeah, if you do enjoy this type of reseller content, make sure you hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe to my channel, hit that little bell notification so that you can get notified when I do upload new videos. I plan on continuing to post these what sold videos as well as my haul videos, maybe even some tips and tricks along the way as well, and just sharing my journey with you guys here on YouTube. All of your support means so much to me, and thank you for following along. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day and a good rest of your week, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.